Hello, and welcome to a very special stream. It's Veterans Day, and I have someone who I'd like you all to meet. One second. I'll get the music going, and then I will get him in the call. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, Pat. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you.
So,
I I just noticed myself bouncing in a little chair facing away from you.
yeah, it was the best I could do, but you
I
still
gotcha.
giving me that harsh side eye, you know?
I gotcha. Smoking
Hi.
a candy cane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot. It's Christmas.
That's fine.
Damn it.
It works. It works.
Hi, Nap. Hi, Cliff. Welcome in, you guys. So, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. It's kind of like an interview format. A lot of YouTubers do it, but I'm not the most talkative guy, so I kind of shy away from that sort of thing. But I figured this year I kind of want to shake things up a little bit.
Okay.
And so for today's Veterans Day, I have decided to invite my good friend here, who is a veteran of the Iraq War, to talk about his service.
That's me, baby.
It is you. It's Wolfman Supreme. Wolfman Actual.
The one and only.
Lord Floofin Snoof. In my Discord, he's called Wolf with the Beans, but we call him Path for short. All right then. So, you ready to get started?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Well, we're gonna start off pretty easy. I'm gonna have you tell us a little bit about yourself. Your full name, address, social security number.
This guy stinks!
So it's Wolf. I'm a war veteran for Iraq and Afghanistan and Korea, but I'm not gonna count that one. I've done technically 6 deployments total. I'm not gonna count Korea because it's more like a booze cruise.
It was more like you were just kind of stationed there, right?
Yeah, it was more like we just went to train and then we went home. That was about it.
Okay. And Korea was the end of your service. You didn't do anything else after that?
No, not after that. Our unit was stationed or positioned to go deploy to Afghanistan again, and I decided that it was probably best for me to get out at the time because I didn't feel that the Army was kind of going in the direction that I originally joined it for. It kind of felt like we were just, going in circles.
Yeah, probably not. Just kind of
Also
seemed.
kids.
Oh yeah, kids. That's also a good reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're married and have children. You have a beautiful life away from service. It sounds nice.
Yeah. No, it's been pretty nice. I mean, I can't really complain. I've definitely gained weight. I ain't gonna lie about that part.
It happens.
But it's been nice. I'll be real. I don't have to run fucking 5 miles every day or any
God.
shit like that. Now I get to just
Even just
drink
the idea of running makes me tired.
yeah, I'm not. I know it's a little ironic, but I don't like running. I did it for a long time. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
The Wolfman doesn't like running. Crazy, I know.
No. I know.
So that's cool. How long did you serve for?
13 years.
13 years. That is a hell of a career.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured it was. I wanted to go for 20, but like I said, the military really wasn't going in the direction I wanted to, and I just had my son not too long prior to that or before that, so I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna re-enlist this time. I think I'm just gonna ETS out.
Yeah, just kind of seems like you've had your fill. I suppose if that's a if that's a reasonable way to put it.
Yeah, I mean it definitely is.
Yeah, but like God, 13 years. Most people just do their 2 years and then they're out. But
Yeah. It's normally 3.5 with a year and a half of inactive duty.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
Or inactive reserve.
Right. All right. So, next question. I'd like you to tell me, or tell us, about first joining the service.
Whenever 9/11 happened, I was still in high school.
Mm.
So seeing that happen at 16, I was like, I was really motivated to go do something about it. I think a lot of Americans probably were at the time.
Oh boy, were they?
Yeah, I know it's probably a little bad to say, but I kind of miss those days where everyone was sort of on the same team together,
Yeah.
where we're all kind of united.
Like that overwhelming sense of patriotism and, just
Oh yeah,
love for your country.
It's-
And
yeah.
getting...
It was almost back to that kind of World War II mindset
Yeah.
of if you didn't join, you were a pussy. Go fight for your country, kind of thing. Like, go get your shit done. And it was like, fuck yeah, let's go do it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go take down the people that took down those towers.
Yeah,
I was 16.
Yeah.
So
not exactly of the fully matured mindset at that point. So, but
no.
I'd say it's fair to say you didn't know any better at the time what you were getting into. You just wanted to, take the fight to the people who allegedly
we
attacked us.
Yeah, we kind of had an idea because of the Gulf War, of kind of what we were going to get ourselves into. Obviously, the Gulf War, I don't want to say it was arguably worse or better, but they both suck.
It was still a pretty bad mess.
It's pretty shit, yeah. So whenever I initially decided I wanted to go join the military, first thing I did was tell my parents. They were not supportive of that at all. And after a few months of whittling them down, they were like, we'll think about it. So 17 rolls around and I'm now like kind of towards the end of high school. I was already in the 11th grade at the time. And then I got to like right before my 18th birthday, like 2 months. And I told my parents, like, I want to join the Army. And I need to do that, but I need to have a waiver to do it.
Right.
Because I'm not 18.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, if it's really what you want to do, then okay. So they signed me my waiver. We took it to the recruiting station, and I did like a practice ASVAB test. And then they were like, okay, well, we're going to schedule you to actually go do your real one at MEPS. So I went and took the real one and ashamedly scored very high on it.
He's a smart fella.
I scored a 91 on it, which is it that sounds like really high, but not the highest. But
yeah.
The highest you can score on it is a 99 because it's a percentile, not an actual grade. So I was 91% smarter than everyone else that had taken the ASVAB.
There you go.
And my dumbass decided, I mean, they literally told me I could be anything. Pilot, fucking intelligence, like all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I want to be a tanker. So
it's funny. It's funny you say that, considering the career choice that you're going for now.
Yes, I'm very aware of that.
When you said you wanted to be a pilot, I was just like, oh boy.
Yeah, but because I mean, they gave me everything. Apache pilot, fucking, they were talking about like, are you sure you want to do the Army? The Air Force is next door. Like, they had all the branches right there. So, but I chose the second dumbest job in the Army, which is being a tanker. The only one lower than that is a infantryman.
Yeah,
So,
I kind of figured as much.
I kind of took the bottom of the barrel with the highest grades, and but it was what I wanted to do because I was like, I don't want to be stuck in some stupid ass computer room or flying above the enemy and doing all this stuff. I want to be down in the dirt, fucking these dudes up with my bare hands. That is not what happened.
No.
Not at all.
Like, you're crammed in a tank. I don't think you're gonna get very many opportunities to do something
I mean,
like that.
I kind of figured, like, from movies and stuff, especially as a kid, from movies, I was like, dude, tanks are like on the front lines. They're doing all the fighting. They who is called when you're doing the push, and
It's
there's
the
a good
tanks.
reason for that. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're a tank, but that's kind of true. Really, the first people that get there are the special forces dudes,
Mhm.
and then the aircraft, and then you just mop everything else and let the infantry walk in. That's really what happens.
Right.
So whenever I deployed, because I went through basic training, yay, and then I deployed in 2003. And my initial invasion, I was with the 164th,
Mhm.
and we went to Kuwait, and then we drove into Iraq in like March. And we went into like Iraq for the very first time, and it wasn't a lot. It wasn't really what you think it is. It's mostly fucking empty. Like, there's shit there, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but you spend most of the time just driving along and then just sort of like seeing aircraft fly over you, and you hear shit in the distance a little bit, but you don't really do anything.
Yeah, just
And
there's really nothing you can do if you just hear artillery fire. Like it could be, it could
yeah,
either be from your side or their side. All you gotta do is just wait at that point.
yeah. Like, we had a little contact. We did have rounds getting launched towards us, but it was all small arms fire for the most part.
Right.
And then, we had a few sister tanks actually engage a tank and destroyed it. So by the time we got there, it was like gone. It was
Yeah.
like, cool, there's a hole in it, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's just a smoldering
then-
pile of wreckage.
Yeah. So, but at the time, because I was like fresh out of basic, immediately slapped into a unit, I didn't have really any training at all, so it's kind of scary. So I was designated to be the driver. So
Right.
I drove, and it's hot as fuck. I
Of
wouldn't recommend
course,
it.
you're locked in a metal box in the blistering heat. Yeah.
Yeah, and what makes it worse is, like, it's pretty obvious that tanks don't have a ton of visibility, but the driver has like the least.
Oh.
Like, genuinely the least. Because
That's got to be like the
you-
worst because you're in charge of maneuvering the vehicle.
Well, that's the thing, is you don't even have to look, actually. Like,
Really?
you can close your eyes and do it. Yeah, if your tank commander can tell you where to go. Your gunner can be like, hey, I need to move to the right. And the tank commander can look through his little periscopes, because he's got like damn near 360 field of view.
Right.
And be like, okay, you can go this way. And then he can command you where to go. So you really don't even have to look. But the whole time you're just driving into this foreign country that doesn't want you to be there, you're looking through these 3 little peepholes, and that's
Yeah.
it. Just little squares that are no bigger than like 3 of your thumbs stacked together. That's it. So it's a little scary.
Yeah, I can only
And-
imagine how like isolated you feel, even though you're surrounded by guys. Like you're still
Yeah.
in completely unknown territory in this thing that you've just been trained on how to drive.
Yeah. So it was a little jarring. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't the end of the world. Definitely gone through, like, I don't want to say I've gone through worse shit, because that was probably one of the I don't want to say the scariest thing I ever did, but like one of them, because you gotta kind of put yourself in my shoes with that. Like you said, I was stuck in a metal box in a foreign country that hates me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm supposed to drive around this war machine that I just got the training wheels kicked off of,
Right.
like 5 minutes beforehand. Boom, Iraq. It's a lot, but at the same time, I was really excited too,
Oh yeah.
because it's like,
You're
I'm
in
doing it.
You're in literally
here.
that honeymoon phase of, oh boy,
Yeah.
we're going to war.
well, like, I'm scared because
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Of course.
I'm also excited because I'm like, I'm fucking doing what I said I was gonna do. I felt like I was, fulfilling a destiny type thing.
Yeah.
So
That's all young men strive to do is
Yeah.
find a purpose.
yeah. So that was it was fun. I guess to a certain extent. Looking back on it, it's fun. At the time, you know,
At the time, no,
just
horrifying.
shit, like scary. You know, it's just awful.
Uh,
But you know, we had only one like direct contact really for our tank, and they the gunner engaged. I think it was a T-72 and destroyed it.
yeah.
And that was it. Other than that, it was really just like living in this big metal box for about 11 months because
Right.
we were only supposed to be there for about 9-10 max, and then we had
We'll be
a
home
little
before
holdover.
Christmas, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened.
Oh, no kidding.
Because we left in March.
Oh, okay.
We got told 9 months, so roughly we should be home by Christmas. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get home till February of 2004, and we had a bit of a cool down, and then right back there in 2005.
Ah, I see.
So yeah,
Damn, you got to
but-
experience the release of Halo 2 right before you got to go back.
yeah, and then also miss Halo 3s. You know, it's
Oh, that must have sucked.
great. Yeah. So yeah, it was I got to experience Halo 2's release. And that was I think that was probably like the best way to come home to it.
Oh yeah,
The
no
best way to
doubt.
kind of come home, because you know, when like I grew up on Halo, and you know, during 9/11, well, I say during, after 9/11, I was playing Halo. I was playing Halo for like 2 years until I went to the army.
Right.
So then I leave, I come back, and Halo 2's coming out. And it's like, dude, this is badass. Like,
Dude, that
then-
rocks.
and then Halo 2 is kind of like, I don't want to point out the obvious, but it's a little Middle East themed. Like, they got the sand. And
Yeah, because it takes place
like
in
the
like East
styling.
Africa.
yeah. It was like, damn, this is kind of fun. It's kind of like me being there, but no, I'm a Spartan. You know, it's way cooler. And I don't
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
for real. No, you are the tank.
Yeah, I'm a walking one. But
All right. Well, that was a lot more detailed than I was expecting you to go into.
well, yeah.
But overall, pretty good. It's a great descriptor of all of no, not all of your experiences. We still haven't gotten to a majority of the questions, but you actually did answer
Yeah.
some of mine that were on my list,
Okay.
such as details about military career, what deployment was like. So we can move on to the next question. What was your favorite MRE?
Oh shit. Oh, I'm like, no. It was I'm probably gonna get flamed for this because everyone that knows me knows that I am a steak and potatoes man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love steak and potatoes.
God, me too.
I'll fuck up chicken, I'll fuck up fish. If it's a meat, I will destroy it.
Based.
But I gotta say, the vegetarian penne pasta is good as shit in an MRE. It hits so hard for no reason. It has no right going that hard.
Well, I gotta agree with you there because penne pasta fucking rules.
The vegetarian penne pasta is crazy.
That's insane.
Like, and it's got the best shit in the MRE. Like, hands down. It's got obviously the penne pasta. It's got the chocolate peanut butter spread, which is baller. It's not as good as Nutella, but yo, it's close. And then let's see, what it's got the crackers. It's got a drink mix, and it typically has like Skittles or Reese's Pieces or M&Ms or something of the like in there.
Oh, man.
It is such a good MRE.
You're the Reese's Pieces guy. Oh boy.
I mean,
Oh,
yo,
boy.
I hey, when you're stuck in the field,
No.
Reese's Pieces fucked.
No. I understand that like perfectly. I'm just meaning your pronunciation of it.
Well, I mean, Reese's? It's Reese's.
Reese's Pieces. You said
Oh,
Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. That's such a weird slip some people have. Like, and they don't even mean to say it either. It just comes out and they're just like, "Whoa, whoa."
I mean,
my
full
vernacular
disclosure-
just changed.
full disclosure, I have been smoking a little bit.
Oh yeah,
so-
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I did that.
It's all good. All good
But
in the
yeah.
hood, brother. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Penne pasta fucks. I'm sure if I ever had the opportunity to have it, I would love it.
Not not that much. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's good for an MRE.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Like
Like it doesn't beat like freshly cooked, obviously.
it ain't gonna be kebab. Like what was it? Like is it kebab? Kebab? No, it's someone. Chili's. It's
Chili?
not gonna be Chili's pasta. It's just not. Like it's good.
I gotta say, I've never had Chili's pasta actually.
Their
I've always
Cajun
had their
chicken
burger.
Pasta's good.
I've always had their burgers and their steaks. Those were my favorites.
Yeah, their Cajun chicken pasta is really good. This is not sponsored by Chili's.
It
but
should be.
It is very good. Yeah.
I'll have to have that next time I go. I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Here's. Well, it's not a bad one, but it's pretty hard hitting. I would assume, and I think you might have subtly answered it a little bit. But what were your initial feelings about entering combat?
It. My initial feelings, they kind of are a little bit shared with what it felt like getting on the plane. So, we went through the little pre-deployment process. We're getting our shots. We're getting like evaluated again, even though we just got out of basic type thing. And because that's mandatory, they have to.
Right, of course.
Because they give you like the smallpox and yada yada yada. But whenever I was initially getting ready to go, I didn't want to go, like at all.
Yeah.
Because I was scared to death. I was like, I could fucking like really die. This is not a video game. Like I don't have a second chance. But at the same time, I was like, if I don't go, I'm gonna let myself down. I'm gonna get kicked out of the army and ruin a career, and I'm gonna let down all of my guys that I've spent fucking months training with and are with me still. Because a lot of the people that I went to basic training with went with me to that same unit. So I was like, I can't do that. I gotta fucking just suck it up and get it over with. So when I actually got in country, we were on the tanks and we were going into Iraq, I was like I said, pissing and shitting, like absolutely terrified, but at the same time, like feeling really proud of myself.
It's
I was
like,
dude, I'm here.
It's
I'm
like that.
I'm about to go fuck up this nation.
Hell yeah.
That
And
tried to fuck us up, you know?
it's like that feeling of obligation kind of drove you forward.
It wasn't, because it felt like the whole thing about the military that, you know, people talk about, but you don't really experience unless you're in it, is you really are a family. And it would be like if your dad asked you to go do something for him and you were like, no. And then he goes and does it and he dies in the process.
Oh.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on, I could have went and done this and you might have still been alive if I had just taken up the fucking slack.
That's
a
hell of a way to put it, actually.
I mean, that's kind of what it's like. I know that your dad and your battle buddy are not the fucking same, but they might as well be. You know, so when you look to your, you know, the guys that you spent months training with and you're all hoo-hoo and you're like, let's go fucking do this, and then you're getting ready to pull out, you kind of feel like a piece of shit because they're putting their life on the line for you, but you won't do it back.
Yeah. I can imagine how that would make you feel like at that moment.
So at the time, it was just like, it really kind of turned into a fucking ride or die. We're gonna do this whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
And I went and did it,
Just
and then I did it again, and then I did it again and again and again.
It's like, oh god, it's like crack. I can't stop.
I mean, to be honest, after a while, you know, I'm not saying that you miss the fighting, but you definitely miss a certain level of, and it's going to sound really weird and institutionalized, but lack of freedom, because it makes you look more at your inner self.
Right.
Because the one thing that we did whenever everything kind of calmed down and we weren't getting attacked literally like all the time, or roughly all the time, we would work out, and we would just hang out and do that, and that's it. We do
Yeah.
other stuff, but I can't talk about that on the stream. But we would like, that's what we would do, is we just spend time getting fucking jacked. You know, like,
I mean,
so you
there's
go home and you're the best looking you've ever looked, you know, and it's
yeah, there's no other
there's just
real
nothing to do.
really good way to you know, spend your downtime other than just like working out with your unit or your bros, and
Yeah.
just you know, having a good time before, you know, shit hits the fan again.
Yeah. Or you're stuck out next to a vehicle that looks like it doesn't work anymore, and you're out there for 8 hours waiting for EOD to show up, and then
Oh,
they show
God.
up and they're like, it's a string. You're like, oh, cool. So awesome. Glad we waited on this bomb tech to tell us that nothing was wrong. So,
That's another thing that I wanted to bring up, is that like on deployment there is literally so much downtime before, you know, things start rolling again, that it's just like
Yeah.
a lot of people were just bored and kind of losing their minds a little bit at, you know, the lack of action.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of sitting around and doing nothing, and then the times where you actually get to do shit and you get put into real danger, you're like, fuck, this is fun. Like, it shouldn't be, but it is, because you know, you spend so long getting ready to do this job, and then you don't even get to do it for like 8 months out of the entire time you're there, and then you get like 2 weeks of like, and then that's it, you know.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all you get. And,
It's like
and
the
a lot of
build.
people
It's like
are-
the build up to the release. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and it that's, yeah, and it's like, in 2 weeks of doing shit is more than a lot of people can say, because I know now a lot of people that, well, I say now because they've mostly pulled out, but like even back in like 2015, like people were in Afghanistan and doing all this kind of stuff, but they weren't doing anything. It was mostly just walk around, do your thing, fucking spend time chilling inside your little Connex house and watching TV and yada yada, and occasionally go get geared up and go fucking sit next to barbed wire all day, or go drive to a fob and check it out, or just go fucking respond to something that might be and then it turns out it's nothing. So it really just, most of it really is just sitting around, especially now. So
Oh yeah, there's not really anything that the U.S. is involved in currently, so I would assume there's a lot less, or a lot more sitting around than there usually would be.
oh yeah, well, I mean, it's even like that regardless.
Oh right,
Even
of course.
whenever we were in like direct involvement, there was a lot of just sitting around with your thumb up your ass
I see.
and be ready.
Be ready for anything. We could be mortared. There could be artillery. They could
Well,
they could assault the base.
Even then, like, because they would have these little little turrets that like kind of target incoming fire and be like, incoming.
Yeah,
and
the
shoot it down.
What are they called again?
they're- I always get it mixed up. It's CRAM is the one for the Navy. It's
Oh, I'm drawing a blank on it too.
yeah, CRAM is the Navy. The ECWS, I think it is.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, that's electronic counter. Whatever. It shoots down fucking mortars and rockets and all that kind of stuff. And after like your first dozen, you're like, okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
just stop giving a shit.
It's like
if
rain.
It hits me, it hits me.
It's just like rainfall at that point. It's just like, oh, there it goes again. God damn it.
yeah. It really just came right down to just, if it hits me, it hits me.
I've heard horror stories of guys who are just like in a porta shitter, and all of a sudden the base starts getting mortared, and they're stuck in there. They can't move.
Yeah.
So they just have to
Well,
hope and pray that a mortar shell does not land directly on top of their heads.
Well, I know a lot of guys would get caught like in the shower or the porta shit or
Oh,
asleep,
no.
and they'd hear it go off, and they'd just be like, I don't care. I'm just gonna stay in here. Like, what are the odds of a mortar landing on my porta shitter? Like, really?
It's not zero, but it's not a high chance either.
Yeah, but you know, the worst thing that happens is one, you die, and two, you're known as the guy that died on the porta shitter.
That's gotta be the worst.
I mean, that's so it's just like, well, if I go out like that, then at least I got a cool story, I guess. He died shitting.
He died as he lived, shitting. All right. I'll go ahead and ask. This is kind of an amusing question. What was the dumbest CO moment you've witnessed or been associated with?
The dumbest commanding officer moment. You know, genuinely, there wasn't a lot of really dumb moments because most of the time, commanding officers have either got a lot of experience in the field, or they're really intelligent. They're not stupid dudes.
Oh, okay.
And if they do make a mistake, no one's gonna find out. But you know, once you get high enough up there, you do start seeing stuff.
Right.
And we had it's actually whenever I was a CO, we had one of the sister companies for the infantry unit, because there were, like, in my battalion we had 2 infantry units, a headquarters unit, and then 2 armor units, and then the mechanics. And one of the infantry guys, it had nothing to do with like war or whatever. He's just like, whoo, just right over his head type thing. And
yeah.
our battalion commander was just like, he was talking about something with like the weekend safety brief, and our battalion commander said something of the lines like, you know, make sure that, you know, your guys have all of their paperwork turned in for their NCOs, like exam or NCOs, like their NCO boards, and yada yada. And the infantry commander was just like, he goes, well, what about all the rocks? I'm like, what? Like, what about the rocks, like at the motor pool? And the battalion commander goes, they're still gonna be there when we get back. And he goes, oh, I know, but I meant, like, what are we gonna do with them? And he goes, they're rocks. He goes, yeah, I know, but like, we were supposed to like put them out to the corners. And he goes, again, they're not gonna go anywhere. They're rocks. It's like
He's got a point.
I don't think you understand what the battalion commander is saying here. He doesn't care. Stop asking about the rocks.
They're just
get to it later. Like,
how much you want to bet that guy? He wanted to be a geologist so badly, and he was wondering if they were going to be there when he got back.
It was more like, I bet the battalion commander said something, or the brigade commander said something about making sure that the motor pool was squared away and looked pretty, and the infantry dudes were going to be the ones that were taking care of, like, getting everything kind of like made pretty on the outside, and weeds and all that kind of stuff. And fuck off, Pancreas.
I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
And he just wasn't like there at all. He was just like, but I'm focused on what you told me to do, and he just couldn't let it go for some reason.
Damn. That's yeah, you I guess you run into some interesting people who just have an interesting mindset.
I mean, it wasn't that he was dumb. He was a smart dude. He was short, but he was a smart dude.
I like how you had to throw in he was short.
Yeah. He's very gung-ho, but he was a smart dude. It was just like, was
there just genuine confusion
I think
in his mind?
It was either that, or he was just having, like, he wasn't blonde, but he was having one of their moments. He like stole it from them or some shit, where he's just like, come on, like, we're not here for that. You know, we're trying to go the fuck home.
Right.
Because typically, even though everyone else gets released at 5, we don't go home at 5. We gotta typically stay like 6 or 7.
Oh.
For the first time in a long time, everything was squared away. I was good with my unit. All my leadership had done what they needed to do. My dudes were basically off for the day. I was finally gonna go home at 5. And then dumb shit started in with his rock.
He just had to ask about the rocks.
I know I'm gonna probably get off work at like 5:10, but like that's 10 minutes I could have spent not here.
That's a good point.
Like,
Yeah.
So.
Anytime home is sacred.
Oh yeah. That was kind of towards the end of my career too, so it was like really not trying to be there any longer than I had to be.
Right. Yeah. At that point, you were just like, I want to be home. I want to finish out my service. I want to be home.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny though. All right. Next question. Unless anybody else has a question, please use the highlight redeem in the chat, and I'll read it. But
I didn't know that, Pancreas. I didn't know that 10% of all Subaru Foresters sold in the last 10 years were still on the road.
I feel like a lot of cars sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
Probably, yeah. I'd imagine F-150's been on the road for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no getting rid of those. Stupid deer. Feel the wrath of my F-150. Okay. A little bit of a hard hitter, but I did warn you about this one previously. What was the scariest moment of your deployment? If you want to skip the question, it's okay.
No, I'm I'm trying to actually genuinely think about it, because for the most part, most of it wasn't scary. Like I said, after that initial time going in, it kind of just became like second nature. You kind of know what to expect, but you kind of don't. But because you're with your dudes, you're like, this is scary, but like, I'm not a bitch.
It's like,
I ain't gonna be scared in front of them type thing.
It's like you're scared, but at the same time, there's a sense in your mind that you're kind of desensitized to it, right?
Yeah. It definitely... There's definitely shit that you see that I wouldn't describe it as scary as much as it's scarring.
Yeah.
You know, when you see... I don't want to get, like, too graphic, but when you see, like, a bunch of dead people and they're under the age of 18 type thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're cooking in the sun. And it's like...
It's haunting, isn't it?
It's haunting, yeah. It's that kind of shit that it's just... It's hard to get out of your head once it's there. And eventually, hopefully, you kind of you learn how to cope with it. I kind of have had to learn how to live with it. But, you know, there's every once in a while where, you know, you'll be sitting there and just like...
It'll just hit you out of nowhere.
Yeah, like, man, I really wish I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really wish that, you know, maybe we wouldn't have to be here. Or we wouldn't have to have done that. Or I shouldn't have been here. You know? I think probably the scariest moment that I can really think of was... I mean, I even got shot and it really wasn't that scary. Like, it hurt, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, I had dudes swarmed on me like immediately, you know, and it was within like 10 minutes that I was in the back of a fucking Humvee. So it wasn't like the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I honestly want to say the scariest moment of the whole thing really was like before I went.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's crazy to think that, because, like, you know, when you think you're on the field, that's when you would be the most afraid, but it's honestly,
I mean, that's
like
what I was saying earlier. Is, like, when you actually, like, going into it, it's terrifying, but you spend so much time knowing that you're gonna go, knowing there's a possibility, knowing that, like, this is it. I could seriously just be driving into dying. That your mind just starts fucking with you. Like, you start searching for ways to get out of it until you either find a way to get out of it and ruin any hopes that you had before, or suck it up, cupcake. And this is what you signed up for. So, honestly, it really was the fear of going that was probably the scariest part, because once you got there,
it's like...
It wasn't rainbows and sunshines, but it was a lot of sunshine, but it wasn't like fun, but at the same time it wasn't really that bad. Like, it's terrifying being stuck in a metal box, but, and I can't speak for the infantry dudes or the special forces dudes, because, you know, they are like raw dog exposed out there. But I was in a goddamn tank. So for the most part, little dudes running around, they ain't gonna do very much to us. Seeing another tank, that was ultra rare.
Yeah,
They didn't have any enemy aircraft.
I was about to ask. You said you got into one engagement with another tank, and you weren't scared during that point. You weren't thinking.
I mean, I really wasn't scared because, well, and I'm not trying to sound cocky towards other countries in this, but we're in the greatest piece of armor in the world.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of shit that's gonna stop us.
Yeah, you had confidence in your equipment, so that kind of reduced the stress level a little bit.
I mean, there was a certain fear that we might get attacked by our own guys on accident.
Oh yeah,
and I know that kind of shit definitely does happen.
For sure.
But we never really had to deal with it. Like, I heard about it happening, but nothing really came in our unit, which is good for one. But I think it was more just the fear of potential, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, because
it's probably the scariest moment.
It's the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I spent more time psyching myself out than I did psyching myself in.
Mm-hmm.
And once I locked into it, it was just like another Tuesday.
Bro was locked in.
All right, I'm here. Yeah, I literally had to lock into it because you don't have much of a choice. You have to kind of bury yourself in that mindset of like, well, I'm here. Now what? And then you find out all the shit that you see on CNN and Fox and all this kind of stuff is just like, oh, it's really not that bad. Like, it's not great. It's not fun, but it's like you might get engaged like for 3 or 4 hours for like 6 months. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You really don't do very much. Even during an initial invasion, like, there's fighting throughout the whole city, but we can't go in it really. We're in tanks.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time we were backed up with infantry dudes. And during that time, like, we would engage, like, directly engage enemy targets and stuff like that. But most of what we were fighting wasn't tanks. It wasn't anything that really could stand toe to toe with us.
Right.
The biggest set that we had was an RPG. And
those were fucking everywhere, but still, yeah,
they were everywhere. But like, we never got attacked by one.
That's insane. Like the whole time you were there, not once.
Some people get lucky. I mean, we definitely saw them. They were definitely there. It wasn't like they just weren't there. It's just most of the time whenever, we came across dudes that had RPGs, they were either already dead, never got their shot off, or they were already empty, and obviously it wasn't for us.
Right.
So it's like, well,
that's about the only time you can see an RPG, really.
Yeah.
Is when it's not fired or fired, and you just got and the target wasn't you.
Yeah. Like, we drove over a landmine.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told me about that.
Didn't feel good.
I can imagine.
It gave me a headache, and it lasted for like 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
We weren't really like that fucked up from it. Like, it broke our track and shit.
Mm-hmm. And
we had to get out and try to reattach it. Didn't really work very well. So we had the mechanics show up and help us replace our track with their 88 and all that. But other than that, like, and yeah, you just ended up with a fucking headache for a week, like, few weeks, and that was it.
God, that sounds awful. I couldn't imagine how. Like, I've had migraines before that have lasted like maybe 4 days max, but three to a few weeks, that's insane.
I mean, it's kind of like
because like there's the acoustics inside of the tank. There's it's just it's a big metal box. Something big like an explosion from a landmine, pushing forward that much force and sound. Yeah, that's got to be one hell of a concussion, maybe.
Yeah, I think probably I did get a concussion from it, but I never got seen for it. So I don't know. Maybe my brain is stupid.
No, you're just built different.
Probably. I'm pretty sure I didn't get any brain damage. So.
Well, you seem fine to me.
Yeah.
I say that after knowing you for so long and all the stupid shit we've said together. Okay, well, that was very insightful. It's, it's not normally if you ask a veteran like if they've ever been scared in the field, they would definitely say yeah, but I've never heard any one of them say that they were the most scared before they got there, like as they were getting on the plane.
Like I said, whenever I can't speak for everybody,
Right.
but I mean, once I got over the initial fear of potential and just accepting it for what it was, then it wasn't that scary anymore. And I don't know if that's a healthy mindset. I don't think it is, frankly, because it's kind of like I hate to quote him, but it's kind of like what Pancreas said, where like you look down the barrel of a gun and it's either it's not loaded or it's not your problem anymore.
Exactly.
It kind of really is how I guess I was looking at it, where it's like, well, either it's gonna happen or it's not. And being afraid of it happening isn't gonna get me anywhere other than the potential of it probably will.
Yeah.
So if I just keep it out of my mind and let things play off, then okay. And there was definitely times where I was scared. I'm not saying that I was just this rock hard fucking like badass and I had no fear and stuff like that. But the most scared was really, I think, just me not accepting the fact that I signed up for it. And then once I did, things got a little bit easier, because definitely there's definitely times, we got shot at, make no mistake, definitely had engagements, but most of the time it was just like, okay, I mean, we're here, this is what we do. And I'm not a stone cold killer or anything like that, but why fret over something that this is what we're supposed to do? That's why we're here. That's why the fuck I signed up, is because I knew full well I was getting into something that was dirty. So I didn't do it for college. I took advantage of it, but I didn't do it for that. And
you did it because you felt like you needed to.
I did it because I felt like someone had to pay for it. And unfortunately, my views on it now are not the same.
Yeah. That's usually the case for vets once they get out, I think.
Yeah. I don't feel like we should have been there. I genuinely don't. Especially, looking back on it, and the whole reason we were in MOP 4 and for so long is because there were supposedly WMDs there, and there wasn't.
Yeah, that turned out to just be a huge
nothing
lie.
Confirmed, nothing real. It just like maybe, and so we assumed that they were right. So the whole time we're basically walking around in these fucking trash bags in the desert in a tank. Like, that's not a fun experience. And I bet whatever dipshit decided to say that and somehow make it into a reality didn't have to do that. So, and I'm not saying it would have been easier if there wasn't there, but it's a justification for going. Was that really worth it? No, I don't think so. Just for oil or for revenge? At this point, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We, I guess to this day, will never really know why, like, the specific reason we went there. Maybe Bush and Cheney just, wanted to jumpstart a war economy or something, or who knows. But that's a whole other mess that we we probably won't get into.
Put the tinfoil hats on later for that one.
Absolutely. All right, that was a good that was a great answer to the question. Now we'll move on to a more lighthearted one. What were some of your more memorable downtime moments?
We blew up a dishwasher.
Wait, I feel like you told this story, but I need to hear it again, and we all need to hear it again.
So we got really bored outside the wire. We were not in Iraq. We were in Afghanistan. And we were right outside the wire, and we were like, fucking bored, man. Like, it was bad. There's nothing to do type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we had a bunch of munitions that were left over that we could just sort of, I don't want to say play with, because that sounds irresponsible, but that's basically what we did.
Yeah.
And so we had a grenade, and we saw this dishwasher, and we were like, let's blow it the fuck up, So
I love how like in a lot of depictions of the Middle East, there's just a whole bunch of shit just like lying everywhere.
It really, I mean, they got a lot of trash, dude. Like, it's not exactly a clean country. Like, I hate to describe it, but it really is like downtown LA in sand. Like, it's kind of like
no, that's a great way of putting it.
Way to describe most of the Middle East. Afghanistan's a little different.
It's a little bit nicer, isn't it?
It's a
maybe nice
like,
isn't the right term to use it. It's a place
cleaner.
That's surprising. That's surprising. Like I know Afghanistan's a little more richer than Iraq, but like cleaner is it shocks me a little bit.
I'm using that term very lightly.
Oh,
but very lightly. Like, you know how whenever you go to set up your gamma settings on a game, it's like you're only barely supposed to see the third emblem. It's like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's like
it's
but no,
just skirting that line.
Just barely. But there was this dishwasher, and we were like, I don't know who came up with the idea, but someone was like, we should blow it the fuck up. And for some reason, like me, my battle buddy, and like 4 other people were like, that's a great idea. We should definitely blow up this fucking dishwasher. So we shoved it over into like kind of near a little berm, and we had one of the guys that was with us pull the pin on the grenade, throw it in the dishwasher, and just fucking run and jump over in the little gutter we're all sitting, and it just went pow, and it just like launched it into the air.
That's incredible.
Literally like 30 feet.
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah, like the door just went just straight up, and it was just like fuck yeah, like Panger said, it was desert redneck shit.
That's
it
awesome.
Was like bored as shit, but no, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was dangerous and really stupid, but it was cool.
Of course, but like, what the fuck else are you supposed to do out there? There's nothing happening.
I mean, something responsible. We just didn't do it.
Well, yeah, but it's the army. Do you really think anyone's going to be responsible?
No, that's a dirty little secret about the military people. It's just a bunch of teenagers with really big guns.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is not that advanced.
No, not at all.
I think frat party in camo. That's about it. Like,
Frat party in camo. What was your uniform actually? Did y'all have the green chemical suits that the Marines had?
Some of us. I didn't. I had the chocolate chips.
Oh yeah, the chocolate chips. Yeah.
I had the chocolate chips.
Leftovers from Desert Storm.
Yeah, I had the chocolate chips for my mop gear. My uniform underneath was still the DCP. So we did that, and then I want to say like 2005 we went to the UCP, I think.
Oh god, fucking UCP.
We went to the Pixels.
I still can't believe they went through with that.
I want to say it was 2005.
I mean, that sounds right.
I think it was 2005.
I'm
not sure. I can't remember.
I'm not
2005 or 2006.
I'm not too up to snuff on my camo pattern adoption timelines.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was stuck in that uniform like all the way until 2014.
Damn.
And then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna change the uniform again to what's it called? Multicam." And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dicks!" Right as I'm getting out,
oh,
you guys decided to change over to the cool ass uniform, and that was bullshit. But those UCP uniforms were, how can I put this lightly? Ass. They were ass.
Yeah. No,
they're only marginally acceptable towards like the second half of their life in like 2012 2012 or 2010 or something like that, where instead of having the dumb fucking Velcro sleeves and shit, they actually put buttons on there so the Velcro wouldn't literally rip off in 3 seconds.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and then they put the buttons on the pockets and the pants as well. Like, so much better. And then they're like, oh, we're going to multicam. Like, really? Fuckers?
Shit happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Do you have any other downtime stories?
We used to fight each other a lot.
Really?
It was
Like,
more like just fun.
like
Yeah.
just bare knuckle fighting?
Not.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously. Well,
Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah. It
Wait,
kind of was
for real? I was kind of joking about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like we had punching gloves out there. Or like
Oh,
boxing
that's
or
true.
anything
Yeah.
like that. Like, we eventually people started bringing shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
and they continued doing it. But at that point, I was like, I don't really want to get hit in the face anymore.
It's
Like,
not
'cause
it's not the best feeling.
I was starting to get like, that was kind of right around the time where we started getting like regular calls back home type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and answering a video call fucked up.
Oh,
Doesn't
God.
look great for your family, so it was like but no, we used to do, and I say like fighting. It wasn't like we were fighting because we didn't like each other. It was more like there's nothing to do. So
Yeah.
we were just like, let's start like a little fight ring. And we would just kind of like fuck with each other. And
Was there a lot of ass and ball grabbing?
no.
No.
That's against the rules. You don't do that.
That's true.
But we did do wrestling. We did like combatives, so we would it's kind of like a form of wrestling, except you have like you can actually use the uniform against them and stuff like that, rather than just like, you know. So
Right.
we would
Like,
like try to choke each other out for
Like jujitsu.
we would make the excuse that it was for training,
Yeah.
if anyone was asking, but it wasn't. It was just us fucking around. Just we were bored. But for the most part, a lot of the NCOs that were there were like, we don't fucking care.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't either.
That sounds fun. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can also attest that being hit in the face a lot, not fun.
No. Being hit is it's not fun. It's fun when you do the hitting, but it's not so much fun when you get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson's right about that. He really is. Like, everyone has
man.
a plan until you get punched in the face. That's true.
Ask him what it was like the first time he prestiged.
The first time I prestiged, I was, let's see, I was sitting in my living room, and I was playing Call of Duty 4, and I was like, I really don't want to give up all my fucking guns. And I did it anyways. And I was like, that was fucking stupid. And all they give you for prestiging was a dumbass emblem and an extra custom slot. I'm like, wow, that was not worth it at all.
Nope. And
I'm gonna
some
do it
people,
again.
Yes. it's like you're addicted. You just like, I don't know. I feel like that was the real kind of kickstarting of the grind in video games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just like, oh man, am I really about to lose all my shit just so I can get a fancy emblem and one more custom slot? Of course I am.
What kind? Am I really gonna sell my soul for money? Of course I am. What kind of skins does the army give you in real life? They don't.
Sure, they give you one
They
hell of
don't.
a rash.
No, that is not a joke. That is
I know,
not a-
that's why I said it.
I the amount of times I had got sweat rash is ridiculous.
Yeesh.
It hurts, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, baby powder. I'm like, that's fucking great until it starts clumping up and feels fucking weird. And then you just put more on? No, like, how the fuck am I gonna do that? I'm in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
That's when they hit
It's
you
easier-
with the wet wipes.
Yeah, hit him with the wet wipes. Like, oh yeah, let me just, wash behind my knees in the middle of the field. Let me try that. Let me just do it while I'm supposed to be running guard right now. That's great.
Yeah, that's a
But
good point.
the one that fucked me up was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it on stream, but the one that fucked me up was like,
Go ahead.
they don't tell, huh?
Go ahead.
They don't tell you, like, at all, that your nipples are really sensitive. And they're like, if you're wearing kit all fucking day, that little movement of your vest just rubbing your nipples just all day, that shit'll make them bleed. Trust me.
God.
First-hand experience. That shit's real. So you have to like put band-aids over your nipples. Otherwise, your shit will start bleeding. It's not fun. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay.
This isn't what you expected, is it?
I mean, yeah, I expected a lot, but
Oh, okay.
it feels a lot more personal when you're like in kind
Yeah.
of an interview scenario, and I have these questions that I asked, but you're answering like far more than I ever could have accounted for, which is
Well,
great.
well,
Don't get me wrong, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like some of these stories, I'm not expecting to hear some of them, and I'm just like, oh, okay, no, this is great actually. All right. Here's a bit of a sweet question. Tell me what was going through your mind after you got home from your first deployment.
Do you want the correct answer, or do you want the answer that's true?
Hit me with both.
The correct answer is I was so happy to finally be home to see my family again. The real answer is the first thing I did when I got home is what I talked about as we were boarding the plane. It was like, I'm gonna go get fucked up and go make the most American dinner of my life. I went to Whataburger for a burger. I went to
Based.
McDonald's for French fries. I went to fucking Sonic for the Route 44 like Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
and the cheese sticks. And I went to what's it called? And I went to Taco Bell for those Dorito tacos. Like those are like that's what I did. That's what I fucking gorged myself and I got drunk illegally. That's the truth. Because at the time, my first deployment, I was only like 19 when I came home.
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually I wasn't even 19 at the time.
Oh, you were.
I came home still 18, so we came home in February. So my birthday's in June, so like
Yeah.
that was the first thing I did. Is I just went and destroyed whatever like health gains I had. So no, that we took like a month off, and I say we like a month off. It was more like 2 weeks, and then the last 2 weeks was like, But yeah, the very first thing I did was I went all the way back home, back down to Houston from Fort Hood, and I gorged myself on so much fast food that it's not healthy for any human being, even
No.
if you're regular to that shit.
That's honestly so valid.
Because genuinely, I missed all of it. I was just like, I just want to have fast food again and not fucking eat the army water eggs and fucking
Water eggs is
MREs and
crazy.
shit like that. Like, I don't want to eat that shit anymore. If I'm gonna eat slop, I want to eat slop from a fast food restaurant that fucks.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, I'm hitting all the best spots, and they're all relatively local to each other where I was living. So I was like, damn, I'm just pow 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 pow. Right.
I kind of have a similar experience. I obviously never came home from war, but when I got back from Japan, and I was, on a I was waiting for my connecting flight, I was like, I need to find the greasiest, most disgusting food ever. So I went to a Dunkin' Donuts in the airport, and I was like, give me the fattest, greasiest, juiciest bacon croissant you can give me.
Those things are good, though.
They're good. They're so good, but God, I felt my heart start to palpitate as soon as I took a bite.
Honestly, you know, the thing that I wasn't expecting coming back was I had a Red Bull, and we were pretty much bone dry out there. Like, we didn't really have very many energy drinks. It was just coffee.
Yeah.
And
coffee and cigarettes,
having
the real man's meal.
Well, yes and no. You can't really smoke.
Oh, what? You couldn't?
You can, but you really can't because it appears really easily at night.
Oh, of course,
and it makes
yeah.
you a target. So we really couldn't do it. So if I wanted tobacco, it had to be dip. That's just how things are. And let me tell you right now, I did it, I hated it, and I won't do it to this day.
Yeah,
I still did it while I was in the army because I
so
had
gross.
to, but it's awful. It makes you feel sick.
Yeah, my grandfather, he used to do tobacco dip, and it was so nasty.
It's if you do it, sorry.
If you do it, sorry,
gross.
you kind of suck.
But it's gross. I'm sorry, there's no way to get around it. It's just gross. You spit into a bottle and you carry it around with you all day.
Ugh.
No creature does that. I'm just gonna let you on right now. No living creature does that.
Like, you aren't even categorized as a creature if you do that. You were just, what the fuck are you?
You are a dipper.
That's pretty funny. All right. Any more questions from chat? Does anybody have anything they would like to ask Path here before we move on to our last question?
And then it's Helldivers time.
And then it's Helldivers time, and it's weed.
Yeah.
And it's weed time.
Oh. I'm gonna do it again.
Vanilla's asking, what's 9 plus 10?
I scored a 91 on my ASVAB. Wait. 90 something. I scored really high on my ASVAB.
I think you did say it was 91%, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I scored really high on my ASVAB, so I know this.
Uh-huh.
It's 910.
What's the verdict say on that? Because I'm kind of unsure myself. I want to say 21, but I don't know. Vanilla says yeah. Okay, you passed.
I did it. I'm so proud of myself. I am 91% smarter than the rest of the military.
Great job. Virtual high five.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Last question is post-deployment service. So your time in South Korea. Which means you get to tell the story.
I get to tell the story. I'm honestly surprised that I haven't already been asked this question because it's such an infamous story.
I wanted to save the best for last.
I blew up a pig. It wasn't on purpose, I swear to God. But we were doing gunnery. We were doing a table 6. And we had been awake for like 15 hours at this time. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And tanks use thermal imaging sights. And so whenever you're looking through them, you have your white hot, black cold. You can switch it, but that's just what we had it on. And
it's the best. It's like, isn't it like the best way to see at night?
Yeah, it really is. It's probably about the clearest because you don't really have like distractions from light, and moonlight doesn't get in the way, and yada yada yada. And,
Right.
And also, night vision requires you to have a source of light. Without it, it doesn't work. All it does is amplify it.
Yeah.
Thermals actually scans for heat signatures, so it makes it easier. So even when it's cold outside, and the sun's not out,
All right.
or if you have a new moon, night vision doesn't work very well. It works, but it doesn't work as well as if like a full moon was out. Anyways, so we were scanning along, and a tank target kind of looks like a trapezoid, like a trapezoid shaped blob. as it moves along. And it moves along at a very steady pace downrange. And the range commander was just like, all right, range is hot, you're good to go. I was like, okay. So scanning. I see one of these targets. And I'm like, tank, 1,200 meters on the way. Fire the main gun. Normally, targets get hit and they fall over. This one exploded. Missed. And
you were expecting dink, but all you got was pfft.
Yeah, it was just, and it was just like, ooh. And range control was just like, Charlie Actual, that was not a tank target, that was a pig. I was like, ooh, oopsies. So, but in the military, you can't do that. You can't blow up animals and then just go, haha, and just move on. That belongs to someone probably.
Yeah.
So, and all this stuff is recorded.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think you understand. There's nothing left.
Yeah, the pig was mist. It turned into dust. There was nothing.
Let me explain to you how this works. So, the sabot that is fired outside of a tank, even a training sabot, is 1.1 inches in diameter. When it comes out of that barrel, you could probably, when that 1.1 inch rod comes out of that barrel.
You said rod.
it is screaming at a mile a second.
That's so insane.
So anything in its way is fucking gone, dude. Like, it is gone. It's not a matter of debate.
Like literally dead before you even hear the sound.
You wouldn't see the muzzle flash before it hit you type thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're more than a mile away. It's 1 second impact. Like and this is 1,200 meters. That round comes out of there at 155 or 1,555 meters per second.
Yeah.
This was 1,200 meters.
So it was
in less than a second.
Yeah, less than a second. Near instantaneous.
Yeah. In less than a second, this round left the barrel and blew up a pig. And all of it's recorded for training. And the battalion commander, we were sitting in like the after action.
Mm-hmm.
We were all sitting there, and right before I shot the tank, he pauses it and he goes, "All right, that does look like a tank target. I probably would have shot that too." And I was like, "Thank God."
An honest mistake. What up, Agent Phil? How you doing?
Honest mistake.
It's still so funny that happened. Like,
yeah. I got a lot of nicknames after that. War Pig. Baconator.
Baconator's so good. Oh, it's a good story. Never gets old.
Yeah. No. People love it. It's probably the goofiest shit that's ever happened to me. I'll be real.
Yeah. So
and I'm not talking about just the military. I mean just in general.
Yeah, just in general. Because you really don't encounter something like that like in civilian life, I would assume.
No. Well, I'm sure someone out there has a cannon, but I don't know if they directly targeted a pig with it.
Probably not. Especially not from 1,200 meters away.
With a cannon.
With a cannon.
With a real cannon.
Not those black powder cannons. No, we're talking.
No.
How big are tank shells? Like 105
120 millimeters.
Oh, 120. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. and like I said, the barrel itself is significantly larger than the sabot that comes out. I think 120 millimeters is like roughly 5.5 inches wide or something like that.
Mm.
So you take all the blasting power from that and then condense it into 1.1 inches. Like, that's a lot of fucking powder behind that thing.
Oh yeah.
I actually already answered that one.
Yeah,
it's my favorite MRE is vegetarian penne pasta. It's so good. It's my favorite.
And I agreed with him on that.
I'm not even
because
vegetarian.
Penne pasta is good.
It fucks. It's good. If you ever find yourself having to eat an MRE and you see that one, take it.
There you go.
Do not ask.
You heard it here from Wolfman
If
Actual.
someone else picks it up, fight them for it. Do not end up with the omelet. Don't do it.
Oh God, I've heard horror stories about the
Chili
omelet
mac
before.
is pretty good too. I'll say that. Chili mac is pretty good, but penne pasta is better.
All right, that's all the questions I had. Does chat have any other questions before we end the stream? TikTok trend to ask why you joined the military. We already answered that.
I joined the military because of 9/11.
There you
I
go.
ain't even gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I joined it because I thought that what happened during 9/11 was wrong, and then, now being out for nearly a decade, I have realized that that was not a good reason,
Yeah,
like at all.
that's true.
But I did it. I did it because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And I have to admit, despite me making a potentially bad decision with my life, it turned out to make my life pretty great because it offered a lot of opportunities to me as well. So,
Yeah, you're.
like, I don't pay toll roads. Fuck
Yo,
yeah.
that kind of rocks, actually.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
like,
toll roads are
there's
such a
there's more
such
to
a
it,
scam.
But like, one of my favorite things is straight up no toll roads. Like, come on, that's badass.
Hell yeah.
And I gotta take a toll road all the time for work, especially now that I'm starting to work over at the airport and shit. I'm like,
Yeah. You're
easy free sailing.
You're that far along, huh?
No. We just have like I said, it's a little ironic. We actually have a project at the airport.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
How do you
yeah.
already have some of your credentials for this? I was like, yeah, well, I didn't want to tell you, but
Might as well get in
kinda
a
trying
little
to work
flying
here.
time if you can.
yeah. Well, most of it was just I needed like security clearances for even going to do aircraft shit. So I was just like, well, I need to get checked out by the FAA. I need to get checked out by the TSA. I need to get Homeland Security, all that kind of stuff. And so whenever I was already doing all of it, and they were like, "Oh, you already have some of your stuff done." I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Sorry."
Bit of an overachiever.
How'd you
in this
know? I
one.
was like, I got lucky. Crazy.
Well, all right, Path. I believe that's all the time that we have. But
Alrighty.
this was really fun. I'm glad you were willing to come on to the stream and talk about your experiences and all that stuff. It's really awesome.
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
Of course. No problem.
So
And I'm always around on your server,
Oh.
sending dumb fucking memes.
of course.
And making fun of you. And doing what I do best. And demanding that we play Helldivers instead of whatever game you're playing.
Yeah,
because
that's a good point.
Helldivers is fun.
It is fun, and
And it makes the happy part of my brain happy.
it makes the happy part of my brain happy too.
And now we get to go do things that are 100% fun and legal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to work tomorrow.
Hell
So
yeah.
I get to do all of those things. And I didn't get Applebee's. I got Chili's because the nearest Applebee's is like 20 minutes away, and that's way too much fucking
Damn.
effort.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
thank you,
not worth
by
it.
the way. You don't have to thank me for all that kind of stuff. I'm happy I did it. Go thank a veteran. Go do all, not me. Go do all that.
I'm sure you've heard
and-
that plenty today.
Yeah, and make sure that if there's one piece of advice I can give for people is like make sure that whoever you're voting for and whatever you do all that kind of stuff for, keep in mind the shit that goes on at the VA because it's dirty.
Yeah.
Like they waste so much time and so much money. And I ain't trying to stand on a political soapbox here, but I don't give a fuck what side you're on. They treat you like shit there, and it needs to get fixed. It needs to stop.
I am of the same mind. Yeah. I'm not really politically motivated in any way. I like firearms, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. Things with the VA need to be changed for the better. Our veterans need to be taken care of after service in a good way, in the right way. And that's about it.
Yeah, I guess the biggest problem I had with the VA, and they fixed it since then, but whenever I got out in 2015, they were still using Windows 98.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Dead serious. They've
Wow.
updated it since then, but that's how bad it is. So
Sheesh.
make sure that someone gets held accountable for that shit. That's
Uh
all I
huh.
gotta say.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, I'm gonna end stream here. I will see you on Helldivers, my friend.
Yeah.
And again, thank you for coming, and happy Veterans Day.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate it.
get out of here.
Let's go do stupid shit.
Yeah. All right, that was really good. I'm super glad I got to do that. Thank you all so much for coming to this very special stream. I know it's not it's not a normal thing for me to do, but I decided I wanted to experiment with something since it was a special day. And I'm glad people were able to come listen to Path's stories. It's always fun getting to hear some of them. And thank you all for asking questions as well. You should do more. I'm not really like the talk show kind of VTuber though. That's the thing. It requires a lot of work and preparation to do these kinds of things. But doing a talk show with somebody that I'm comfortable with and know, and that I'm good friends with, so we can shoot the shit together. It's nice. These things require a lot of compatibility. It was nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you